Hey y'all, so I don't usually do this, but my wife is studying right now, and we've been together for some time, and I just want to know real quick, what are 5 things that she thinks new wives should know?
Hi. So, 5 things that new wives should know. I think I had to learn how to speak to the king in my husband. I got this from Pastor Jerry Flowers, and he said you can either speak to the king in a man or you can speak to the boy in a man. Something that I didn't recognize about myself is that when I'm frustrated, I tend to speak very slowly, which can come off as condescending to anyone, but especially a man who you're married to, who deserves respect as the Bible instructs us to do or to give. So an example of that would be, did you not hear when I asked you to do this? And you would think that because you're not yelling and screaming at him, which we don't practice in our marriage, that somehow it's okay. But the fact that I'm speaking to him as if he's a child is disrespectful. So I had to learn over time to be more mindful of the pace that I use when I'm speaking to him when I'm upset, also my tone and my choice of words, as the scripture says.
Yeah.
So that's my first thing. Speak to the king and your husband. My second thing is compromise. No one teaches you how to compromise in marriage. They just tell you marriage is all about compromise, but we have no idea what that looks like. One example for us where we had to learn to compromise was concerning hosting. I grew up in a family where we just did not host too many people. The home was sacred, and that's about it. When we wanted to entertain anyone, we would go out. My husband was raised in a family where he host or his family would host from time to time. They would entertain others. And so when we came together, of course, that created some mumble and grumble because I was sticking to what I knew growing up, and so was he. So I had to learn to communicate through that, to meet my husband halfway, to say, okay, well, let's host once a month, or let's host twice a month, or we would have a discussion about how we're going to host before.
On the holidays, some
Right.
holidays, yeah.
Right, yeah. So that was the second thing for me. The third thing I would say that I learned as a new wife is how to let my husband love me. Y'all, I had Miss Independence
Talk
syndrome.
Talk about it.
I had the Miss Independence syndrome. I was raised by a very strong mother who believes in having her own. She is a hard worker, a saver, and she makes her own money, and that's how she raised me. And I know that many other women can attest to this, and it's a valid reason as to why women raise their children, especially their daughters, like this, right? You don't want your daughter to grow up uneducated, with a lack of autonomy and have to depend on a man who could potentially abuse her. And that tends to happen, especially back in the day. So when I came into this marriage with my husband, I wanted to buy myself everything. If we went out together for a meal, I want to pay for the meal. I want to pay for my meal. I want to pay for his meal sometimes. If he wants to buy me something, I want to get it for myself. If it's a new phone, if it's a new laptop, he bought me this laptop, right? I want to get everything for myself. But I failed to see initially that his action of buying me things was a demonstration of his love for me, because I was caught up in Miss Independence syndrome. So I had to learn to allow him to love me in that way. If I need help fixing a chair, I don't have to do it by myself. I have a husband, right? He wants to help. He's offering to help. He wants to help around the house. So I had to really learn to relinquish that kind of control, right? And just accept that help. So I had to get rid of Miss Independence syndrome. And then the fourth thing I would say is, as a new wife, do not lose yourself in the marriage. Don't forget who you are. don't forget that the wife is just a responsibility and a title. It's a new hat that you're wearing, but it's not who you are. So if you were in school, do not drop out of school. Continue with your education. If you had a business plan before marriage, continue through with the business plan. Share it with your husband and allow him to help to support you and cultivate that business plan. If you had a project that you were working on, if you had hobbies, if you're into singing, rock climbing, music, art, whatever it is, keep doing that. Don't lose yourself in the marriage. And that's something that I made up in my mind very early on, because it's easy, right? It's easy to say, oh, I'm a wife now. I have all these new responsibilities. But no, separate from a wife, you're still a woman. And you should take care of yourself as such. I'm in school right now. Maybe many of you are in school. Stay in school, get your education, because especially if you think about it, right? If you would like to have children one day, what are you going to teach them? What are you going to pour into them? Keep maintaining your relationship with the Lord. It helps to pour into your marriage. It helps to pour into yourself. It helps to pour into your children, if and when you decide to have them. So don't lose yourself as a new wife. Keep yourself, keep your hobbies. And the final thing I would say is...
Number 5.
Don't forget that the little things matter. Serve your husband.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Serve your husband. It's the little things that say the most about us as wives and just say things about the marriage. What do I mean by serve your husband? It could be as simple as making coffee and bringing it in a nice cup and serving it to your husband.
Yeah.
Right? It could be waking him up in the morning with a kiss, even though you know you're late and you know he's going to make you late.
A big kiss. A big kiss. Not a chups.
However you do, right?
You do it, yeah.
However you do, serve your husband. Coffee, a kiss, a hug, right? Love on your husband and serve your husband. And that's something that I wouldn't say I had to learn as a new wife. I would just have to remember to maintain it as a new wife, even when you're upset. That cools the fire sometimes more than we can explain. All right? So I think that's it. That's it. So it's...
That was good.
Speaking to the king and your husband, learning to compromise, learning how to let your husband love you. Don't get Miss Independent syndrome. And don't lose yourself.
Yeah.
And then also remember that the little things matter.
Yeah. I think that was good. I thought you was studying. It sounded like you was thinking about all those things all this time.
Can I tell you? We had plans, so I've been thinking it through. But yes, I was.
All right.